Yeah, empty bottles of red wine laying on the floor from last night. We got a little drunk, yeah. Now I'm a little numb. Spending hours by your bedside, talking till it's dark out somehow. Can get you off my.
Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Snack Capital Talk. And I am your host, Lacey. And today is Relationship Saturday. Okay, you guys. I am so sorry that I am so late. But I basically, excuse me, I don't know why all of my lighting just dimmed over here. But anyhow, today's topic is part 7 of my grandmother's book, 203 Ways to Drive Your Man Wild in Bed. This is part 7, okay, you guys? I am trying my hardest to get through this book. Okay, so we got quite a ways in this book. We made it all the way to chapter 4 of this book, okay? That's where we're at now on chapter 4. So I know it's late, like I said. I don't expect anybody to be on here, but as long as I have at least one set of ears, I'm all good. Um, being this late is my fault.
Now you got two sets of ears. Technically, that would make, two
Only two.
sets.
Only two. Why you coming in here all loud? Okay, so let's get started because I see the Mr. Shenanigans is he think he finna get started.
Go ahead, I ain't stopping you from work. Give me time. Put my seat wet. I wonder why it's wet. I'm just playing. I was implicating that we were being a man.
I'm sure. Okay, anyway, the moment came when I wanted to physically, when I wanted you physically, sorry. Without warning, I put my tongue out and slithered it along the gossamer smooth stem that was slightly curved.
I might should have stayed.
The skin taut.
Taut. You're right.
I was trembling too now, and I found it hard to breathe. This was, I guess, this must be like a small poetry. I don't know, or wording. The Pleasure of Loving, compiled by Maureen Sale. So that's just what it says at the beginning of chapter 4. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see how far. Let's see how far we get. Okay, so let's get to. Okay, so we stopped at 137. So let's see if we can make it to 161, which is the end of chapter 4. Okay, and so let's get to it. Okay, so it says at the beginning, for man, there is absolutely nothing to equal the ecstasy of a woman lovingly sucking and licking his penis. It seems like it seems like the deeper I get into this book, the more weird, daring, wild, all those things this book gets, okay? So if you're new to this feed, go ahead and follow me. hit the like button. I am speaking on 203 ways to drive your man wild in bed. Okay. So to him, it is the most intimate, loving, ego gratifying, and supremely sexy gesture a woman can perform. No other sexual act allows him to fantasize in quite the same way. He can imagine that the woman with her mouth around him is completely dominated by his awe inspiring masculinity, that she is his to command, that she loves him totally and without reserve, that she is his sexual slave. Okay, let's just keep reading, okay? This line of thinking turns him on tremendously and should result in some great reciprocal tongue work on you or the hottest sex you've ever had. So keep in mind that great mouth work produces honey for both bears. Okay, so let's just see. Let's see where this takes us, okay? Because the last chapter, I was done. I couldn't take no more. Thankfully, we finished the chapter. Hopefully, we won't venture. Hopefully, we're done with the anus. Let's just say that, okay? For many women, many women feel squeamish about putting their mouth and tongues on a man's genital. Others are afraid of it because they don't know what to do. But genital kisses are some of the most wonderful things about sexual intimacy. And most women find that after their first few successful tries, they develop a real taste for the lusty occupation. Why they want to call that a job? They let's finish. The one thing to be careful about is sharing oral sex with someone you don't know well. I'm gonna repeat that for the ones in the back, just in case y'all did not hear me. The one thing to be careful about is sharing oral sex with someone you don't know well. Okay, so I'm going to sit there right there. Please take heed to what she said. Okay, though many researchers believe this is to be a low risk for transmitting HIV, it's always better to be safe by avoiding oral genital contact with untried lovers, especially contact with semen. Y'all heard what she said, okay? But if you and your man are sure of each other's health, then absolutely add the wonders of genital kissing to your sexual experience. Okay, so I can see that being a thing to do, especially if you trust your partner. Okay. There are 3 things to remember when putting your lips to penis. I'll call them the 3 C's. Crave it, concentrate, continuous movement. Okay. Okay, I can see why she would say that. Okay, so I actually read the whole first section. Sorry, that's my alarm going off, y'all. But I actually read the whole first section of this book, okay? Word for word. And so now she's going to explain the first C, craving it, okay? When speaking of the best oral sex they've ever had, men mentioned that it was the woman's passion about what she was doing that made it so outstanding. I could tell she really loved licking my penis and it made me feel special, quote unquote. She was even more excited than I was. I had to beg her to stop, quote unquote. She made me feel like my penis was the tastiest lollipop she'd ever had in her mouth and she was savoring every lick, quote unquote. Once again, attitude is everything. You must really want to pleasure him this way. You must know that you can. Develop a passion for that extraordinary and mysterious piece of equipment that dangles between his legs. Show him with your excitement that you crave the feel of his penis in your mouth. Relish it. Treat it treat it like a beautiful and sacred tool of pleasure. Delight in his masculinity, and he will delight in your femininity. So that was word for word of Crave It. Okay? Concentrating. Now, me concentrating should be more than what it says, but it doesn't say much. It says focus on your task. Don't let your attention or your passion wander. This keeps the intensity high. That's all it says. Continuous movement. Do everything continuously, smoothly, and evenly. No sudden jerking or abrupt shifts. Keep the action and the juices flowing. So this is sucking the D101. Just FYI. Okay, so that was all it said for that section, y'all. So let's get to 138. Usually I read every bullet, but I don't read every word. Okay, but those words did seem to be of importance to say, so I said them. 138. Really hot oral sex takes caring and preparation. Look at his gorgeous hard erection and savor the thought that now you're actually going to get to taste, kiss, and suck like an ice cream cone, and he's gonna love it. I'm sure. Stroke his penis lovingly with your hands and let him anticipate the coming attraction. Remember, the brain is the hottest erogenous zone. Tell him how sexy his penis is and how hot it makes you. Tell him just what you're going to do to it. A lot of talking. I'm just saying. She just basically goes into how to suck the D. You know, she gives instructions. If you guys want me to, I don't know, read what that part says, somebody give me a thumbs up and I'll read it. But other than that, I'm going to move on. Now, if you want me to read that part, I will go back and I will read that part that she's basically telling you how to suck the D. Other than that, I'm going to jump to 139. Okay. Another great tongue trick is to move it in circles around and around his penis while it slides merely up and down. Not easy, but worth it. Occasionally, you can just suck on him like a piece of hard candy. I'm trying to picture this. You know. 140. Gently lick his testicles and take them one at a time into your mouth. Move your tongue around each one. This is very erotic for him, and very few women, if any, would have delighted him this way. You pretty much right about that. So that's all it says for that. Okay, so 141, another tremendous turn on for him if he's not too shy or ticklish. To let you do it is to lick the crack of his behind while you massage his penis. Why we have to go back there? How many times she got to talk about playing with his butt with your mouth? I'm going to read on. 142. That small area between his scrotum and anus, which is the perineum, is very sensitive to tongue work too. It is so sensitive, in fact, that you may want to start with a few very gentle licks and hold his thighs down or up to protect yourself from his rapturous movements. 143. While giving the basic oral kisses, insert one wet finger into his anus very gently. Move it around in circles in and out. Why? You are finger effing him. 144. Lightly massage his perineum while sucking his penis. But watch out that this doesn't make him come sooner than you would want him to. 145. Hold his penis in your mouth by sucking firmly and shake your head at the same time. This gives him a nice little tingle. Okay. 146. Men love it when you alternate your mouth with your vagina. So during your expert rendition of mouth music, give his penis an occasional one-stroke dip into the deep well of your desire. 147. Although you always want to protect his delicate organ from your possibly too fervent fangs, there are times when your teeth make a nice prop. Hold his penis with your mouth sideways, like an ear of corn, and slide your teeth and tongue up and down the shaft. Wouldn't that hurt? Oh, Mr. Wilson not listening. It just seems like that would be uncomfortable. You can even give it a gentle nip now and then, but be sure to keep it light. 148. For an extra added taste treat, eat a banana, peach, berries, orange, or a juicy fruit while eating him. Rub the juice all over his penis and lick it off, or simply keep the fruit in your mouth while you give him a fruity oral pleasure. Okay, I can see the best description of that was Girls Trip. And yes, we saw everybody trying it. 149. Dip his penis into a jar of honey, jam, maple syrup, cream, or melted chocolate, and lap it up. I don't play with my food, but okay, to each his own. To each his own. 150. Try using a strong mint flavored mouthwash just before you get into bed. Your tangy tongue and mouth on his delicate penile skin will cause quite a sensation. It seemed like that would burn, but okay. 151. Surprise him now and again. While you're both innocently watching TV, all your clothes on, of course, unzip him and suck away to your heart's content. I want to say something so bad, but I'm going to keep it to myself. 152. Sneak up on your man while he's on the phone with his mom or his boss or the landlord. Let your mouth make him hard as iron. 153. In the middle of the night, wake him up with your tantalizing tongue. 154. One delicious man I know tells me that receiving oral sex while standing or kneeling is one of the most ecstatic sensation a man can experience. His upright position apparently intensifies the exquisite pressure in his penis and the sight of a lusty woman kneeling before him, worshiping his genitals. Play around with the best positions for this to accommodate your respective heights. That's pretty much it. Okay. Stop occasionally to tell him how gorgeous his erection is and how hot it's making him. 155. Hum while you have his penis in your mouth. The vibrations feel divine. 156. Of course, every man's fantasy is to have a beautiful woman give him oral sex under the dining table. If you can pull this off in a dark restaurant, good for you. But it will work almost as well in the privacy of your own dining room. Make sure the table is dressed in a floor length cloth to provide just the right touch of secrecy and forbidden fruit. I hope, okay, so I can see the excitement, yes, spontaneous actions in doing that. So hopefully you do this and you two are the only ones in the dining room when you do this, especially at your own home. 157. The Kama Sutra, the classic Indian text on lovemaking, details the art of oral sex at great length. Here is one particular sequence of events that I have found especially exciting. Okay, it says first take your man's penis in your mouth sideways and move it gently between your lips. Then hold it with your fingers while pressing its sides with your lips and teeth slightly. Kiss it as if drawing it out. Push his lovely member a little farther into your mouth, still pressing with your lips, and slowly pull it out again. So it's basically telling you how to do oral sex again, you know? Basically what it was saying before. Suck it as you would his lower lip, then lick it all over. Yeah. So it's basically telling you how to perform the oral sex. I don't know anything different than what she said before. It sounds like the same thing. Finally draw it in as far as it will go. Press the end against the roof of your mouth and suck as though you would swallow it. He'll be swallowed up in ecstasy. 158. The famous and fabulous 69. Licking your man's penis while letting him kiss your lovely vajayjay. That's what I say in the place of vagina. Is one of the greatest treats you can offer him. There are as many variations to 69 as there are to intercourse positions and kisses. Try them all and he'll adore you for it. Okay. Anything else in this? Okay, no. 159. Deep throat. No, deep throating. Deep throating. Linda Loveface's famous technique is not as difficult as it looks, although it takes some practice. The key is to get your mouth and throat into proper position, and by lying on your back with your head hanging off the edge of the bed. Huh? Take a deep breath first, because your man's penis is going to temporarily block your breathing. Listen! Why you gotta do all that? Don't worry, you can breathe on each outstroke. Let me listen. If y'all try this, I'm nosy. Just get on my page and say, hey, I tried XYZ. Yeah, it was a go. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it no more. With practice, you'll find that the gagging feeling will go away and your man will be coming back for more. All that a life-threatening experience is all I heard. But okay, to each his own. 160. Now 160 is pretty long. Okay, so let's see. Swallowing. Swallowing semen. To each his own. This can be one of the most intimate, satisfying, and erotic things you'll ever do for your lover. Almost every man derives intense fulfillment from having a sexy woman swallow his sacred essence with obvious pleasure. Just think how you'd feel if he lustily lapped up your juices and swallowed them with delight. Semen is composed mainly of protein and sugar. It's completely natural and utterly harmless as long as you know he's healthy. So every love goddess who's worth her salt should learn to practice this fine art. The secret is to think of his juice as a tasty, intimate gift and to swallow it all in one gulp. That way, it bypasses most of your taste buds. Why that sound nasty? Most important, look and act as if you loved it. Otherwise, the whole effect is ruined and he'll feel uncomfortable, self-conscious. If you just can't get into the ideal of swallowing his semen, there are ways to avoid it while still giving him the pleasure of having an orgasm while in your mouth. Without making a big deal of it, just hold the semen in your mouth and make an elegant exit to the bathroom and spit it out. Or have a washcloth or tissue handy, turn away for a moment and spit it out. Or you can just bypass that altogether. I'm just saying. Since few women can or want to swallow their lover's semen, and since more men value the act so highly, here is your opportunity to create a lasting impression and form a very special bond with your man. Sexually, of course. 161. Another terribly loving and sexy thing to do is to gently lap at his penis after he's had an orgasm. This works especially well as an exquisite contrast following very lusty and animalistic sex. It's the whipped cream on the cake's frosting. So I have finished chapter 4 of this book. I will be back on here on Freestyle Thursday next week. And hopefully, will I get to finish this book? No, I won't get to finish the book. But we will finish it Saturday. Okay? So y'all join me next Thursday. Okay? I'm going to come with y'all with this book. I probably won't read that much because I'm going to be reading while I'm at work. Yes, I am. I sure am. While I'm on my lunch break. Okay? Because my shift has changed. I work days now or early evenings, and it's just cutting into what I do. And I'm still trying to keep my content going with y'all. Okay, but I am going to read this book on Thursday next week, and I'm going to finish this book on Relationship Saturday next week. And I want you guys to come back, follow me, so we can finish this book together. Okay. I appreciate all of y'all for coming on here and listening to me talk about this book that I found. This book is like 30 years old, 32, I believe. I believe this book was made in 93. And this grocery ad book cover is 1994. Okay. And this was found in my grandmother's room beside her bed. And she laughed about it when I asked her about this book. But y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I will see all of you guys next time. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Maybe we should take it slow. I don't feel too comfortable jumping into something new right now.